paid $275 for that scene. Oh, and John Cena comes behind him and attacks him. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, he's getting the Timbs, ladies and gentlemen. The Timbs, ladies and gentlemen. A New York staple.
Can I get a year?
No. Oh, my God. The dirty Tim to Kurt Angle.
You said what? Huh?
HANN. Like if y'all did say my name.
Oh, I wasn't. I let the guests introduce themselves because of that. I definitely, because I don't want to be responsible for fucking up anyone's name, so I let people introduce themselves.
I introduced me the most weirdest stuff.
Wait, but what did you say?
What?
What was your thing that you said?
I said that we still don't use the remix like that.
Anyway, Jobber Nation, welcome to an exciting episode of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR, here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc, and we have a very, very special guest in the building. He may look familiar, he may not, because he wears so many different masks and hats and everything. But before we get started, once again, we are showing Death Before Dishonor.
Nah, you said no, so I
What the
canceled it.
fuck? I saw the flyers. I was like, okay.
I delete this part.
Well, we'll be back at Legends for SummerSlam, of course, if you're not going out to
The
Nashville.
hottest party ever.
Actually, the hottest party ever will be SummerSlam 2. Saturday, August 20th.
House party.
Tickets are on sale.
Dun.
So make sure to come out and support. If you are once again interested in sponsoring, please let me know personally.
Description and link below.
We got that out of the way. The man, the myth, the hour is here. I've been super excited about this interview because, you know, once again, us in New York, we hold down wrestling in so many different, you know, ways and lanes and things like that. And, you know, this gentleman here has been killing it on the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, if I must say so. So let the viewers and listeners know who you are.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, my name is Tim Rivera, the creator of SubwayMania. I got other skits too, other characters, but right now what's popping for me right now is the SubwayMania, so make sure y'all go check it out, man.
So yes, if you have not already seen, I think the viral videos of like Kane, we had Mankind,
Stone Cold, Undertaker, the cage match.
Wait, who had the cap on to be Austin?
Yeah.
That was my
Fire.
That was my boy Kels. Yeah.
See, so tell us a little bit about the beginnings of SubwayMania. Like, what, like, did you wake up one day and was like, yo, I think I want to do wrestling skits on a train?
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of how it went. So like I had like I got like this WWF, the Attitude Era belt. You know what I'm saying? The WWF one.
Yeah.
So I got it for like my graduation when I was graduating from high school. So I always had it in my crib. So one day I came up with the idea. I'm like, damn, I want to get my boy D, the one that plays The Rock. I'm like, yo, I want to get him on the subway. But like, you know how The Rock goes on a turnbuckle and does the arm raise? I'm like, let me do that on a subway seat. But then with me, it's like I need a story behind that. I can't just go in there and do it like that. Let me actually create like a product. So I decided just to do like a quick promo with X-Pac, The Rock, you know, do like an intro. He comes in, talk crap, beat my ass, and and then we came up with that, and then that shit went viral on Facebook, and then people was like, yo, where's the match? I'm like, a match. A match.
Oh, I didn't think that far today.
I did not think that
This
far.
was cool for what it was worth. I didn't know about a match.
And I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right, let's come out with a match then. Subway Slam. And then from there, just every time I finished doing one thing, I was like, all right, I came out with another idea.
Okay.
And then another idea, and then just, became bigger.
Have you always been into, well, of course, wrestling, but has we briefly spoke about acting pre-production. Have you always been interested in like acting? Did you do it like as a kid? Like, what are your like background beginnings in that aspect? Because anybody can, of course, just read a line and it be what it is, but to actually perform, that takes a different type of skill.
Yeah. So like in high school, I think like freshman year, like I was just always trying to like make my classmates, people in my school like laugh. So I'm like, yo, let's.
What high school you went to?
I went to environmental studies.
Oh.
High school for environmental studies, like on Midtown. Mm-hmm. So I started creating do Facebook videos and whatnot, and then just to make them laugh, and then it did. It made them laugh. Like, yo, Tim, you mad funny, whatever. So I'm like, all right. So from there, I just started just getting inspired more. Like, yo, I want to actually, instead of making it Facebook videos, I want to create like actual cinematic content. and still incorporate like comedy and New York and stuff like that. So yeah, and then you know since I'm filming it, I gotta act it too. I gotta act in it. So I'm like, all right. So I'm doing like the jack of all trades. I gotta edit. I gotta act. I gotta create, produce, direct. So that's always just been my like experience. Just you know since like 2011. You know around then.
Wow, so
Yeah.
that's some time.
So you all right. Well, let's pull it back. Let's pull it back a little bit. We need to know who you are.
Yeah.
I think niggas just jumped into SubwayMania.
Yeah.
We put the cart in front of the horse. Let's put the cart back. So where you originally from? First of all, let's get the basic shit out the way.
Yeah.
Where you originally from? Favorite wrestler? You give us like 3. That's gonna be a lot. So give us like 3. And we'll move from there because we were excited about hearing from the SubwayMania man. But where are you from originally?
Originally, I was born and raised in East Harlem, Spanish Harlem, born and raised.
Oh, yeah, it's nice out there. The
yeah.
food.
But what about the east side?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
my God.
The
The
food
East
out there,
Side.
the restaurants, man, and it's cheap.
Cause
Is there
he used
Ricardo's
to,
up there?
Yeah.
yeah,
up
Ricardo's
there.
on Second
Yeah.
Ave. Because
Nah,
he used to
pizza's
live in
fire.
East Harlem.
Yeah,
Word?
most of it there.
Yeah, once upon
Remember
a
that
time.
seafood spot?
And I grew up on the west side.
With the
You grew up
mussels?
on the west side?
The muscles?
Wait, where you from? Where you from?
Oh,
Oh,
we
they from Queens.
Yeah,
You
like,
from?
We used to
We're
live in
brothers.
we used to live in East Harlem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once
East
upon a
Harlem.
time.
We used to live on 110th between First and Second.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right there.
You know what that is?
Yeah, by Jeff, right?
No,
Yeah.
man, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, he's on in Jeff?
He's trying to be nice. He's like, bye, Jeff. No.
Yeah, he used to live in
It's
Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah, nah,
it was rough.
Jeff get crazy, man.
Jeff definitely gets crazy.
Everywhere
Jeff
over
get
there.
crazy.
But they didn't bother me. They left me alone. They left us alone. They're
like
very
it's
nice.
cool. If you from there, or like you know what you're doing, like it's
You just
cool.
don't gotta look like an outsider.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
that
it was
point.
fine. It was fine. So you're from East Harlem. So did
Favorite
you always
wrestler?
favorite wrestler?
Oh, my favorite wrestler? Damn,
Wrestlers.
That's
Yeah.
a tough one, man. But off the top, Brett, Scott Hall, and Eddie Guerrero.
I fucks with it.
Especially Scott.
You know what I realized? And this is, y'all both Hispanic, but I didn't realize the impact of Eddie until like probably this past year. Like, not like on wrestling point, like culture for the
Yeah.
our brown brothers and sisters, Hispanic people, like just in general of how every boy and girl looks up to Eddie.
Bro, when he died, I ain't gonna lie. When my grandfather died, I cried a little bit. But when Eddie died, bro, I didn't even go to school the next day. I was like,
When Eddie died.
I was hurt.
Because it felt surreal. Because it was just
Yeah.
like he literally was just like on TV.
But
Yeah.
his impact was crazy.
Yeah, because he was just about to get everything was gonna get in line. Like he beat Kennedy, he was supposed to get the WD champion, get a second round of it. He was healthy. He was.
Damn, I didn't even
happier.
know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he was on. Because
Yeah.
Eddie, the thing about Eddie, outside of Mysterio, and I like to thank you for mentioning it. Like, he probably was the most recognizable Hispanic superstar in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
really when he gave
And
us
Tito,
like,
and what's his name? That was Intercontinental Champion for mad long.
Tito Santana?
Yeah, him outside him, but I think Eddie was a little bit bigger, low key. But
Yeah.
well, no,
Yeah.
I think the moment he gave us Latino Heat, that's just really, it became its own entity. And that's why, like, even when we actually, that's low-key one of top 10 interviews we had, when we interviewed his daughter.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
for
was
real?
dope
Damn, that's
because like
fly.
it got to a moment we all got emotional. We was like, all right, we gonna not talk about Eddie no more because
Yeah.
you just felt the love and appreciation. And then when we finally met Vicky Guerrero, this one lost it.
love it, I
He
love
couldn't
it.
even
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, I
Like
love
he
that
was just
legend.
like,
Because overall, like me, why I like Eddie so much because every storyline he was in, it felt real.
Yeah.
It made sense. Like for example, if you going against a rich white person, right? They're gonna say offensive stuff.
Yeah.
You have money, you're gonna go to the border and do something to show you that what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do.
It
Some
was
people
great.
like, yeah,
Believable.
today say, oh, too offensive. I'm looking like, nah, this is real. You feel me? And the whole custody battle with
Yeah. That gotta
Son.
be top 5
Son,
best for
they
me.
fought in
Top
the
5
ladder
best
match.
storylines
it
for
really
me.
is my top 5.
Yeah, for me, top for me.
what else?
Just 'cause-
Because you mentioned
Yeah,
you're into storylines.
So you mentioned in pre-production, so everybody knows how you were speaking to my brother about it. How you're into like the story.
Yeah,
the
storytelling.
art. You know, Kenny mentioned that, and I'm happy. I'm happy you're speaking
Kenny
about
and Kenny
it.
Omega?
Kenny Omega mentioned this recently. How wrestling. I'm gonna because this man, we're here to talk about this man. But in general, he was just like wrestling is slowly moving away from the storytelling part.
Yeah.
How that is.
That's whack.
It's just a bunch of bodies moving fast.
Thank you, son.
And that.
I find that very interesting that he says that, but he's a part of that though.
But the thing about it, if you look at his body of work,
like him himself is different.
No, that's
but
that's
like
what he's.
If you're gonna be a part of whether it's running a division or whatever the case may be, you are.
But homeboy took that away from
you
him.
throwing glasses at you throwing stones at glass houses.
But he took homeboy.
You said, Brett.
Homeboy took that away from him. But that's not
whatever. That's another different.
Let's get back to him.
Yeah.
So you talked about you like storylines. So you just mentioned as one of your top five.
What other one?
So y'all give us 4.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The Raven and Sandman. Raven, Sandman,
Because
Raven.
that felt so
That
good.
was fire. Yeah. Bro,
His
that's-
whole shorty, like
Bro,
his
that
whole family.
Grab the cheeks and
top
everything on
5.
TV.
The Undertaker and Kane too, just because
Absolutely.
I like.
Classic.
Like I like how.
Classic.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like he was like Kane's Undertaker's brother. He got burned and like it's just like that storytelling is fire.
I always say to this day, it was the best build up to a WrestleMania ever.
Yeah.
Because it started back that Survivor Series, and they literally went a good 6 months of telling something for it to then happen, and then and then they continued it. It wasn't even like they stopped. It kept coming back.
For years.
Man.
It was like forever.
Yeah, that's
So Kane and Undertaker, go ahead.
Kane and Undertaker, damn, top 5.
You got 3. You got 2 more.
Yeah, I got two more. Damn, off the top. Oh, the Triple H and Shawn Michaels when he came back with the that was dope. Yeah, that was dope. Exactly. Yeah, that one was fire. I said Eddie and Ray already. And then I would say Eddie. 5. Yeah. And Eddie, I guess if I was Eddie and JBL, like that one was fire too.
So that's really underrated. A lot of people don't talk about
that storyline was fire. JBL's at a great heel. Great heel. Great heel.
He was telling the future about Trump supporters.
As a kid, I hated JBL. I was like, yo,
that's the point.
But when you get older, you like, damn.
He was nice and like he's an asshole. Like to me, I see JBL as like a typical jock.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna do asshole shit, but they respect you when you do your shit. You feel me though, son? So I don't have issue with JBL.
Great storyline, and I like how SmackDown 2 was like going above and beyond to like sell the on the story.
Come on, B.
They don't do that nowadays.
They don't.
I'm like which I don't know why, but I feel like storytelling is important. Like if you want to sell like a match, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta do it big, you know what I'm saying? Create the promo. The way they used to do promos before, like they don't do it no more. It's just a simple couple of edits and then that's it. But
Remember
I'm like,
the vignettes?
Yeah, the vignettes. Them joints was that's another thing that inspires me too. I always like think about vignettes. And I'm like, let me create my own, or like I don't know, I just bounce off of that.
Do you go back and watch like old stuff for like inspiration?
Hell yeah. WC, like it'd be like the most simple, like low key stuff, like the NWO t-shirt promos or like the WCW t-shirt promos, like just the way they used to sell the t-shirts back then. Like I don't know, it's just like little things like that just stay in my or like even like I just think of this right now. Even when I don't know if you ever had WCW Thunder for PlayStation 1.
Of course.
You know, like when you do the trash, but the exhibition part when you picking a wrestler, you press circle and hey yo.
Yeah.
You wanna pick
That
me?
shit was fire.
You want like it's just stuff like that. I'm like that
Took ever to load,
that's
though, but-
stuck to my mind as a kid. So I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna what I'm gonna create off of that, but it just stays in my mind. I'm like, let me just, get some type of inspo from that.
You've been putting out a lot of content.
Fire.
Thank you.
So you've been putting out a lot of quality content too. Can't even knock it. Throughout this process, are you ever frustrated? Do you ever get burnt out?
I did get burnt out during the pandemic, but I feel like that was everybody. Like it was just, I can't speak for everybody, but pandemic was tough. But other than that, I have fun with this. Like it's dope, and I always try to like reinvent myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like SubwayMania could easily just be a simple thing. Like, okay, it's these guys, they wrestle on the subway and that's it. You know what I mean? It could just get played out. But well, to me, it's not played out. But I try to always one up my last video. So like I did the triple threat. I'm like, all right, how can I do this? I do a Royal Rumble. I do a ladder match on the subway. I bring a table on the subway.
He definitely did a Royal Rumble.
I do the cage, you know what I'm saying? The cage match, you know, it's not in the subway, but I could do something different, you know? So I always try to one up my content so that way, you know, for myself, for my pride, you know, and then for the people too.
Have you ever got like professional like wrestlers like hit you up and like whether it's feedback or, you know, props or like maybe wanted to be involved? Like, have you ever gotten those type of messages?
Nah, yeah. You know, I don't want to say like all the people, but yeah, definitely people have reached out and show love, which I'm really grateful for. The people that I have collaborated was, you know, Bret Hart, Shad Gaspar and JTG, RIP Shad. Yeah, RIP Shad. And that was actually really fun that day shooting that. Like he big boot the shit out of me, which was really dope. And yeah, you know, it was dope. It was a great time. But there's a lot of wrestlers that show love, which I'm really grateful for.
Now, has there been any backlash? Has there been any people that like?
Yeah, people be hating. People be, you know. But I honestly, I don't care.
You probably get it from indie wrestlers.
Yeah, and I
indie wrestlers are the biggest haters in the world.
It's probably because he's low key over. Like if someone's gonna, you know, bitch and moan.
Bro, and my thing is this. Like, sorry to interrupt you, but this is how I see it though. Yo, what is he doing? Man to man, let's talk. Because you have more bountiful blessings. I can help you. Let's collaborate.
Bro, I show love, and I know there's people that's hating, and I'm going to look into the camera. I dead don't care, bro. I dead do not care. Like, there's people like, you know, I've gotten told like one or two things, and then I'm just like, bro, I don't care, bro. And the thing is, like, I'm here, like, you know, I'm a fan of wrestling. I support, you know, and I respect the wrestlers too, because, you know, they actually going out there. But, don't hate on me, bro. Like I can literally.
I know it's indie wrestlers. I know it's 99.9% indie wrestlers. That's what bothers me right now because you're putting out quality content.
Yeah, and people can learn from you. Like it's not even like it's like a
bro. I'm that willing to collab or like, you know what I'm saying, or like, cause like I like to say I specialize more in video editing and creating content, marketing content, you know, putting stuff out to get, you know, go viral and stuff like that. Bro, I know the formula to help, you know, a wrestler or something to help you stand out. That's why I do that for the wrestler. So it's like, you hating on me, bro. Like you gotta, you know what I mean? I'm good. Like I respect everybody. I show love, you know what I mean? But if you hating on me for no reason, bro, cause I'm going out on wrestling on the train, it's like, that's on you, you know what I mean?
You just say usually stuff like you're not trained, who trained you.
I'm sure they do, and like again, like I don't care, bro. I'm not even trying to be a wrestler. That's the thing. I'm a content creator. I just do that to entertain people, and it's a parody. I show love, you know what I mean? And you know.
So let's pull back the curtain though. So. Nigga, how do you set up shit in the subway? How you pulling this off on the subway?
Yo, I swear.
MTA came at you.
MTA, anything helps us.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest, man. Every video I do is a risk because like I pre-plan these things. So like the day, let's say like I'm about to shoot a SubwayMania. I hit up my boy because he does the logo. And I'm like, all right, I want to do this. I want this color. I want this theme or whatever. And he's getting that done already. But there's a risk that I might not have a product because I'm going on the train. You know what I'm saying? Anything could go wrong. I don't have a permit. You know what I mean? So
is there like
yes you do.
You have everything
there. I just
no. But have you found a sweet time to do it?
Yeah. You know, like you know, after the pandemic shit, you know, it gets kind of wacky sometimes. It's like a roller coaster. So, you know, just by the grace of God, you know, I'd be good. I'd be good. And, you know, just honestly too, like, bro, we're not a threat to, you know, like, and I feel like, thankfully with the exposure, like people know us on the train.
And
so
you clean
like,
up after yourselves.
Yeah, we clean up after ourselves.
I would be
and we show
hyped.
love.
Like I was like, yo, it was one time, one clip I saw, and I was like, I could have like, yo, I swore. This is when I was living on the L train. I was like, yo, I know these niggas is on the L train. Yeah. Why the fuck am I not on this train with them? Like, I was so upset.
I look out for you. I'm like, oh my God.
Like legit.
That I'm like,
it's cool. It's like special, you know. Like there was the Edge and the Edge, Kurt and John Cena when we did. Excuse me. There was like people going home, and then they were like, yo, I actually just came and stood with you guys to watch the show because like we know who you are. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How has that been for you so far? Like, you know, you put a lot of work in, obviously. And people recognizing you, people appreciating what you do outside of the
haters,
the dollar and the handshake niggas hating on you, and people legit showing love. How does that feel, and what do you think about it?
No, yeah, no, it's amazing because like you know, people don't see the work that you put in; they just see the final product that's on YouTube, and that's honestly all that matters. You know what I mean? But it makes me feel good because I'm like, damn, like people don't really know what I go through to put out content, whether it's the SubwayMania or my other character. So when people acknowledge it and they tell me, yo, Tim, you know, or even you, when you said the match was fire, like I'm like, damn, like that's love, you know? So I get really happy. And like even the wrestlers, you know what I'm saying? When wrestlers acknowledge my stuff, whether it's like, you know, the legends or people that's like starting up indie wrestlers, because there's a lot of indie wrestlers that show me love too, like OD love, and I'm like, damn, that's what's up. But you know, it's all love, you know?
That's pretty good. So what for you is like like you have your creating, like what's the hardest part of your creating process? Because like once again, like all of us doing, whether it's podcasts or doing professional wrestling, like you got to create content, and it's always that like stuffle of like, oh, this is the one thing I hate doing during my process. What's that for you?
I guess getting the stuff like pre-production. I mean, everything has its own challenges, you know what I mean? But I would definitely say pre-production, because it's like getting the people, getting the schedules on time, getting the costumes or whatever it is, the accessories, the props, and then I guess post, because I'm editing like 95% of it. The only thing that's not edited by me is the animations, but even then, like when they send me the animations, I gotta figure out what sound effects I gotta put on this, but it's a lot, because then I do commentary too, and I mean my boy does commentary. I record it, I edit it, so I have to go through like, you know,
The actual
you know, we do it like a couple of times, so I gotta go through a whole bunch of like audio clips and just keep listening, and then I gotta color the footage, splice up it's a lot.
How did you learn all of this?
YouTube experience.
Wow.
You know, just experience. I mean, I went to school for film, but I was already like a little bit like, you know, I was familiar with editing, you know what I mean? So it was just more like I just did it for like, you know, the degree, you know.
Yeah.
But everything was from like YouTube and experience.
So I remember seeing you kind of mentioned it before. You went to acting school, right?
Yeah, I went to acting school. I did this in the summer. I did like this 4-week thing. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they took my money, man.
Why do you say that?
Because you know, it's funny. I was thinking about this a couple of months ago. It's like they said, oh yeah, we give you a scholarship, but you just gotta pay the rest. And then I was like, all right. I forgot how much was it, but it was just like I was like fake the only like Hispanic kid, and I was from New York. Everybody else was like from like Wisconsin, Idaho, and they were like, they love like theater and film, and I don't watch movies, bro. I don't watch. The only thing I watch is deadass wrestling.
Wow.
That's the only thing I watch. The only movies I like to watch over and over is like Scarface, Paid in Full, Bronx Tale. The simple
shit.
You know, like the New York, not simple, but the New York. Yeah.
Paid in Full is a classic.
Paid in Full is fire.
It's Shakespeare, my nigga.
Nah, for real.
Paid in Full.
You get some good ideas for different angles
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Even like in Paid in Full,
yeah.
the beginning is the ending.
It's the ending,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's fire.
Yeah.
But and I went to the school and I'm telling them, yo, Paid in Full, what's that? And I'm like, you don't know Paid in Full? So it's, you know, so it was, it's, yo, bro, I promise
I
you.
really try not to laugh. But
They were like, yo, so.
But I'm picturing it too.
Yo, they like saying all of these films, you know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, I don't know these. Like, maybe I heard of it, but I don't watch movies. And they, Tim, what's your favorite film? Like, Paid in Full. Then what's that? I'm like, damn, you don't know Killer Cam. So yeah.
You don't know Rico? How's that possible?
But you know, it was like I got some pointers. I went to this other acting school in, I think it was like around here, like 30-something Street. And that was a little bit more like better because like you know, we did improv, we did you know, they made you like, they gave you strategies on how to like memorize like lines and stuff like that, which is like cool, you know what I mean? Like, and I was just in a better mindset. I was more mature and stuff like that. So it definitely like helped. I don't really remember it that much, but it definitely helped.
Do you want to get into acting? Like actually start acting in like movies, TV shows, or something like that?
I would love to. But with me, I mean, there's no buts. I would love to. I just do like my own thing right now because like I don't want to wait for nobody. You know, like there's people that.
True.
that they say they want to be actors or directors, and they just wait for an opportunity. When it's like, bro, if I want to be an actor, I'm gonna create my own short films. I'm gonna create my own, skits or whatever. So I just do it my way, and for now until opportunity comes.
Have you guys thought about doing like I guess something bigger than the train? Like, have you guys thought about like going to a space? Because I actually asked him when we were coming up the elevator together. I was like, have you thought about doing it in different cities? And then he mentioned, he was like, well, that's a lot of red tape. And I was like, you know what, that is a good point. But like, what's next for you guys?
Yeah,
like,
what's next?
What do you guys have in mind?
Chicago.
Or cooking?
Nah, I would love to.
I said, how hilarious would it be on the L train in Chicago for him on the red line in Chicago doing Subway? Like, it'd be hilarious.
The cops don't come.
But like I was like, but
during
the
All
cops
Out though.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that would be fire. I would love to. But I'm definitely I'm planning a big I ain't gonna spoil it, but I'm planning a big like dream match thing, and I'm doing it in the Bronx.
Okay.
So it's not like in the subway. It's like like an actual venue.
Like a
so
venue.
there, if y'all want to pull up,
Listen,
pull
send
up.
us everything.
Exactly, everything.
Always about
That's it.
supporting. So I think
Yeah.
because I told you when I hit you up, it was just like what you guys have done for the culture of wrestling. I don't think everybody understands. Like, of course, like us being from New York, we get it, but like on a bigger scale, and that's why it was important to get you on, because I wanted people to know like, yo, you're doing the damn thing and it's yours. It's not something you ripping off of somebody. It's not something that somebody else, it's not even being duplicated. Like, I don't see anyone doing what y'all doing. So
thank you.
That's the type of shit wrestling needs. Like, it's something organic but still has that flavor, because you guys are using characters that we all grew up. So it's like, as adults, you're like, okay, this is for me.
Yeah. And the one thing that sets you apart, different from everyone else doing, like, you have storylines with real production. You understand entrances and everything. You take your time. You watching it like, this is fire. Like, you get invested. Like, you may take a little like clip on it, you looking like, I want to see who wins now. It's like any casual person who just familiar with wrestling. Your guys made it yours. Y'all put the New York flavor on the New York stamp, but like, we didn't have that before.
Right.
People Jeremy fight, like the guy, shout out to my Averex with the 8-ball, shout out to him, like I think he turned 30 this year. He did, right?
He smacked somebody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, you talking about the 8-ball jacket?
Yeah, 8-ball jacket. Yeah, shout out to him, like he's a New York
I'm
legend.
sitting here like,
You
who's
feel
he
me?
talking about?
Sadly, I knew who exactly he was
There
talking
was
about.
just moments like that they add wrestling stuff to, but the fact that y'all put that wrestling flavor with it, with a storyline behind it, like make it easy to follow, recognize character, yo.
Thank you, man.
Get the shit, my nigga.
Yeah,
So
good looking.
the biggest thing is that you guys have become part of wrestling culture.
Yes.
I knew, because
that's crazy.
because
No,
you really
it's
are.
true.
Because the thing is, when people know that we all have a podcast and that we all are part of a podcast and everything, and they'll send us the clip.
Yeah.
Like people who don't, one of our friends that don't watch wrestling
Or like, don't live here.
don't live here, but like, oh shit, did you see this? Yes, I saw it.
You be seeing this in New York?
Yeah,
This what happened?
This is how New York give it up? Yes.
Yeah, but that's just showing that you guys are part of wrestling culture.
Yes.
Like you guys are doing it. So the costumes. Yes. Who's putting these costumes together?
Yo, me. It's me. It's me. It's me.
Who taught you how to do that?
Me, bro, I don't know. Like, I'm just literally like improvising. Like, I'm not a costume designer. I'm like, yo, like.
I'm about to say, what's the hardest costume you guys have made?
The hardest costume? Damn, that's a tough one. Oh, the cane, because before I really believe that I had an influence on WWE shop merchandise, because there was no such thing as a cane costume, Halloween costume. What I did was I bought a red they got like a green screen costume, but in red. So what I did was I got like a Sharpie and I, outlined the thing, the costume. So we had that for like a year, 2 years. Out of the blue, they come out with and then that Subway Rumble, it was a Subway Rumble. It went viral, it had 2 million views. Then the next year, they came out with a cane, official cane costume with the mask, and I'm like, damn, man, I went through all we use it now. We use it now, but I'm like, damn, I went through above and beyond,
Y'all could have did this 2 years ago.
Yeah, so yeah, so I'm just like, all right, I don't know. I think it's a coincidence, but I'm just like,
no.
ain't
It's nothing. So
and I bought the WWF. My bad. I bought the WWF, the plastic mask that they used to sell in like Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? You know, at the events, I had to go on eBay and find a Kane mask because the leather ones was like $300-$400. I'm like, nah. So I had to find a used one. The mask was cracked right here. So I'm like, bro, I need that. Like, you know, the string was popped or whatever. I bought it for like $20 on eBay, and then I got the red costume. I did everything from scratch, and then wow. You know, the next year they came out with that official, the mask, the full body thing. I'm like, damn, 1, 2, 3.
Are you getting sponsors? Because you got high interaction.
Well,
I don't mean to be in your pockets
2 million
right now.
views.
I don't mean to be in your pockets right now. But are you getting that type of people reaching out, like companies reaching out? Are you reaching out to them or some type of thing?
Nah, I mean, you know, the only one that's really showing love is Chalkline. You know, like they be sending me stuff. You know, Chalkline been holding it down since day one. Yeah, other than that, nah, you know, everything right now is just, you know, through me, you know, they work, you know what I'm saying?
But no, nothing is, trust me.
Nah,
there are things we've said, even on the podcast, or things we've done where we've seen it like change, and we were just like, someone's listening, someone's watching, but I promise nothing is a coincidence.
Yeah.
Them niggas was watching.
No, yeah, everybody knows.
Somebody told somebody and was like, all right, next year we got to get this Kane outfit together because I think that'll be dope for Halloween when y'all already was doing it.
And like now they got the Vader mask. So I'm like, okay, that's dope. And I was trying to find a Vader mask too to like, you know, try to incorporate like
I
Vader.
was gonna say, what other characters have you guys thought about doing for like future?
Definitely
skits?
Vader. Who else?
Now you know you gotta find a big nigga for that.
Yeah. Vader. Slim Vader.
No, don't put one of your skinny friends in that Vader shit. I'm gonna be upset.
Do you cast too? Do you do the casting?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Do you be like,
bro, I do.
How do you do that?
Yes.
They just come. I'm like, all right. I'm like, wait, hold on. Like somebody found. I'm like, let me see. Damn, you could play a good, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, you know, whatever. I cast them. So, but yeah, Vader. I definitely gotta find. Who else I could incorporate? I want to incorporate like I don't know, maybe a Great Khali, 8-ball jacket guy.
If you're watching.
Yo.
8-ball jacket guy.
Would be a perfect one for 8-ball jacket guy.
Oh my God. He doesn't even live here anymore.
Nah.
He lives in Chicago.
Nah, yeah, I don't.
So would you incorporate New York legends like a Cameron character, a
Cameron.
Fabulous character, a Jadakiss character?
The Fab coming in.
Listen.
If you
Bro,
typecast Jim
Kane.
Jones.
Yo, that would be time hard. You just Fab versus Kane? Fab versus
Oh, you get a John Cena lookalike? John Cena versus Fab?
Kane is dead.
Think about it. New York
He goes,
legends
hey, yo, don't touch me, boy.
Or just start spitting in the middle of the other match.
You know, New York rap legends versus wrestling legends.
That'll be fire.
I'm just saying.
Listen, BET.
Listen.
BT, holla at me, man.
Yo, hold on. Let me see if I
See, now we got the wheel. Now we got the wheels running. Oh God.
Yo, I'm gonna incorporate height and right.
Oh.
I'm dead.
Oh. Woo.
Hit him with.
Now you need to do no. Okay, no, I got an idea for you because this is something that like people don't talk about. You got to do a Bull Buchanan and John Cena. Like them, the two of them. Yo, it's so underrated. It fell so short, and I know it was more because Bull ended up getting injured and blah blah blah, and then contract ran out. But if you had found like a white Bull Buchanan to play against with John Cena, I fucking die. Like shit like that is just so dope because you don't I think as fans we lose that like feeling of creativity like that like I want to do something out of the box because and like I said this is as out of the box as you gonna get.
Yeah.
So y'all got any other more questions, topics you guys may want to talk about with our lovely guest before he heads out and starts his job because you know niggas gotta pay bills and shit.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
I'm nearby, so if y'all, 245.
Okay, all right, we got some
nearby. Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess now we can talk about some wrestling.
yeah.
You mentioned, what are your thoughts on the current state of
Yes,
wrestling?
what are
What do
your
you
thoughts?
watch? Since that seems like what you only watch, but what do you feel like right now about the current state of wrestling?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even want to sound like an old head, but
No, you
it's
can.
just I don't know. Like it's cool. It's special, but they're lacking they're lacking something. They're lacking story, long-term storytelling. And they're lacking characters, and a lot of the wrestlers, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of them don't know how to act really good. You know what I mean? They don't know how to cut a promo, and I feel like you can watch somebody do like high flying moves and stuff like that. Oh my bad.
No, go ahead.
Oh my bad. Nah, yeah. You could get people that's doing high flying moves and stuff like that, but. I feel like, you know what I mean? I want to watch a actual like match, like a storyline match. You know what I mean?
So the last year, what storyline you feel like has been the one that's captivated you? Like you tune in, like, all right, I gotta make sure I watch this because of this is going on.
Last year?
The last year.
Damn. There was definitely. Damn. I mean, does that say a lot that I don't really remember?
It does.
It does. It does.
There is though, but from what I remember, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. That's a tough one.
I said the only thing I remember for the past year is Kenny versus Hangman. That long-term storyline, everything.
Yeah,
but outside of that, there's no memorable storyline I remember for the past. Probably Roman.
Kenny
Wise.
and Daniel Bryan was fire.
Yeah.
Live, I was there, so
I was there for that. I was live. That was good.
I was there. That one was fire, but damn, I'm thinking like WWE. I don't know.
I mean,
Roman Reigns.
For me, it's always gonna be Bianca.
Yeah, Bianca.
Oh yeah, Bianca. Yeah. She.
That's always
she's
gonna
fire. She's like she got it. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of the wrestlers now, like they great like athletes and they know how to do crazy moves. But I just feel like the storytelling or like the promo, cutting promos is like not really.
It's not there. It's not there.
Like right now I like the Miz. I don't know how you feel about it, but like Logan Paul getting signed.
So I'm
great.
not against.
I feel like
I'm
it's
actually
great.
not against it because of how they build up to that WrestleMania match where he actually put on a really solid match. Like it's not like. Even I even go further back to Bad Bunny being at WrestleMania and him really training and learning and being able to, even though of course that you had the language barrier a little bit, but for him to come out and show out and then literally like it was wild because I was around people that were Hispanic at the Royal Rumble and fucking lost it when Bad Bunny came out. Like I went back to work. And there's nothing but Spanish niggas at Cats. Went back to work, and everybody was like, "Yo, did you see Bad Bunny? Didn't talk about nothing else. Don't know nothing else, but say Bad Bunny." So like to have people that are from different places and different things being able to connect to that one person, I'm not against it. And
utilizing them,
right? Because I actually think Logan Paul, I think he did a dope promo on Monday Night Raw. Like I was actually impressed.
Logan
I was
Paul's
like,
dope.
oh shit.
I mean, at least for wrestling, I don't watch his stuff, but I know he has like
He's good for Middle America.
Yeah, but the same way how like Tyson pulled up to WWF and then Rodman, WCW, like those are like even the Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson, sorry, Mayweather and Big Show.
Yeah,
like that was dope.
So
he two-pieced him. I was like,
I went to Mania and I saw Logan Paul perform. So what a lot of people don't appreciate, his charisma in the ring was like top tier. It was probably better than some wrestlers that are professionals.
I have been in the game for a while.
Who've been in the game for a while. And I remember my homegirl was hating on it. And I was like, yo, she's like, well, he's a YouTube guy, so of course he's gonna. I was like, yo, these are professional wrestlers. They don't have charisma like him. So what are you saying? Like,
thank you.
Like he was, regardless of how you feel about him, you have to give props where it's props.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
It's kind of like what you do. Like if you were to start like wrestling, you probably be really good at it because you have the charisma, the facial expressions, the little things that homeboy did is like on another level. Like you knew he was the bad guy. You knew you didn't like him.
Yeah,
and that's what
exactly.
that's what I think was so good about him he did those little things without being really taught about it. And then when you look at Bad Bunny, his impact.
Yeah, that reach was far. So marketing, like it was probably the smartest thing they could have done.
They sold out on merch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean?
He had a limited edition shirt at Rumble. Sold out.
But the thing about it is
crazy.
like what I realized, and like even for us, step into the wrestling, whatever, they put us in boxes. Like they know me and my brother as the podcast niggas. But once I stepped into wrestling as a referee and him as a professional wrestler, it's just like people had an attitude about why you doing this, why you doing that.
Bro, I promise you just gotta do it.
Exactly.
Bro. People that talk, bro.
Exactly.
People are gonna talk, and
Because they can't do what you do and they jealous.
bro,
Yeah, no,
you just gotta
it's
just keep it up.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I like getting people upset that don't like my stuff. I really enjoy it. So like,
But you watch.
That's the New Yorker in
the
you.
people that hate, yo, you just gotta just for that, just come out with a fire promo, just upload it to IG and just
Thank you.
just let them be tight.
But you know what? They think there's still a view. Like, and I think
Yeah.
that's what it's a catch-22 because you get upset and you're like, I don't like this, but you dead just sat.
They
and
upset
watched
because
all
they
this.
can't do what
Exactly.
you're doing.
Correct.
They don't have the guts to do a podcast and then
Thank you.
actually, you know, first of all, they probably are shy and insecure about themselves to do a podcast and they don't want to like a mark. That's another thing about the mark stuff that's going on. People like, oh,
Yeah.
you're a mark. First of all, everybody is a wrestling fan. The reason why you're wrestling is because you were a fan of wrestling.
Thank you.
So, you know what I mean? As long as you're not like a weirdo, like, please, can I like, you know, whatever. But like, I'm a fan of Sting, you know? I'm going to go up to Sting and like, yo,
Okay,
I'm a
I'ma
fan
talk-
of you, bro.
Exactly.
You know,
Okay,
you
wait,
that mad
say that.
cool.
Wait, say that a little smidge louder for my good friend here. That's a Sting hater. Sting.
The nigga.
I
like Sting.
Nah, Sting, come on, man. Sting lit.
See, exactly.
Sting lit.
See, he won't say that. 'cause-
But listen, you can like what you like. I respect what you
Yeah,
like.
that's
can like what
that's
you
the
like.
cop out.
But
Listen,
Yeah, you can like what you like.
it's cool, but he still sucks to me. That's his way of saying it.
But guess what? That is his opinion,
Nah,
but
yeah.
he still respect them as an athlete.
Yeah.
You understand? It's just two different things.
Oh,
I feel
Sting is low key a god in the
Oh, yeah,
set,
yeah.
in the game.
Yeah, facts.
But I still don't like the nigga.
that's
Whatever.
fine.
Nah, yeah.
fine.
Whatever.
You know, like you're not gonna kill him because you don't like him or
Nah,
talk about
yeah.
his mother. Now you do that. I don't like Smurf. Fuck your mother. Your mother is this. You like,
Yeah,
wow, boy, it's just
What-
a wrestling
yeah, where did that
opinion.
go?
Like, yeah, they be people, or like even with my stuff, like I noticed that there's some comments that people take it too serious that they're like, oh yeah, Mankind didn't wear this at WrestleMania, and I'm like, bro, it's relax, bro.
It's just
Yeah,
comedy.
or like they like, you know, they
Chill
start saying
out.
like whack comments, and I'm like, bro, relax.
Because honestly, what you guys end up doing, it actually goes back to like that attitude era, like style of like being able to still make fun of somebody, have a joke or two, have a moment, and then walk away. Like you guys bring that essence of that. I want to actually get you guys' opinion on something that actually just broke out. So apparently Raw moves from PG to TV 14.
Now,
Really?
Correct. It has been announced as we
Bruh.
speak. Bleacher Report just announced it.
No, because Vince said suck my
Starting-
dick. Vince
starting-
said suck my dick.
So the PG era
Wow.
is over. Monday
What?
Night Raw will move to TV 14 programming
Bruh.
starting July 18th.
Can you send me that story?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Listen, AEW.
Yeah, I go with my brother on that one. That was an AEW. That's because of AEW.
wow.
That is because
Really? You
of,
think so?
yes. Because you have to understand, AEW is going a different direction, right? AEW is going to a point where they're going more on the TV 14, letting people rip out curses. Blood is going to be on there because
Yeah.
too much blood.
That's the whole thing of
Way too
wrestling.
much
though.
fucking
way,
blood.
too much blood sometimes, but more and more people are gravitating towards it. Is WWE really losing fans? No. But we got to understand
edge.
it's that edge. Exactly.
And there's multiple shows going on you know, on TV now. You got wrestling, you got, I don't know, The Office or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
there's mad different shows. So like, what is it that, you know, how are we gonna make them watch our product? I'm gonna make it look real. I'm gonna curse. I'm gonna do whatever.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
I mean, I agree.
But
Because
you
even when they said, because I forgot who did a promo. I think it was Tuesday because I watched NXT. And somebody had said like whole bitch, and I was like, whoa.
But the
you
thing about
said
it
that on
also is,
TV.
if you guys
But I was
notice,
like, ooh.
they do a lot of little stuff with NXT, and you see the impact of what's that white thick MILF? What's her name?
Talking about Nikita Lyons.
Nikita Lyons. You know, those sexiness and stuff like that. You know, she got a wag on the top of the wag. You feel
even
me?
though she's a Confederate chick,
Yeah.
I ain't a fan of it, but
How do you know that?
bro,
And
I
guess
be
what?
I
online.
didn't even know that.
And guess what? You notice
But
that
she thicker than a
Right.
oh boy.
And you notice that how that the match is a little more edgier. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
talk a little edgier. Like that's why I tell people, you make shit on NXT 2.0, but that's where they experiment on.
You give it the- you
everything.
get-
But you also got to understand society shifting.
Yeah,
'Cause-
everything is mad
But
sensitive now.
No, but it's shifting away from that because I think people
Shout
are
out to Sam.
tired of cancel culture.
It's like a seesaw. So like in that moment, like we've been in this era where it's like everything is too touchy to talk about, or you can't say this and you can't say that. And I do agree with you where I feel like now the seesaw is coming back on the other side, where now it's like, okay, we may need that shock value, because that's actually for me is like what wrestling should always be about, is that shock value. And I love when moments like that happen where things don't get ruined by the Meltzers or the internet community. Like that's really what's missing in wrestling at times, is for you just to simply enjoy for what it's worth. I mean, yeah, you're gonna criticize because that's what we do. We have a podcast and we have opinions, but just enjoying in that moment, because let me tell you, as low key drunk as I was at WrestleMania, when Cody's music dropped,
bro. Oh, that's another. Yeah, that going back to that. When Cody came out, bro. I was there.
That moment. But
Drink, I was there.
Yo, I got it on my Snapchat. Like literally, me and my homegirl, shout out to Dating for Pretty Heels, literally singing Cody's theme song, just like fucked up.
Cody is dead.
But in that moment of like, how many moments do you get like this?
It's not like before.
And it's not. And I think now they're starting to realize, like, okay, we need to get back to what the original formula was. Like even Liv cashing in and winning. And now her merch has been highest, like one of the highest sellings recently. Like kids is in love with, like, just to see the transition. It's like, okay, now we're back on the bicycle, like creating those moments.
But it's because of competition.
Yeah.
Like AEW, regardless of how you feel about them, when you have somebody over your shoulder and potentially on the nip of your heels, even though, like, real talk, they're $1 million company. WWE is $1 billion. That's a lot of money in between. But you start thinking things differently when you're seeing their competition doing things different. You might not agree with it, be like, yo, I might take something from that. Like the way you get inspiration from different things that you watch. They may be like, yo, let me grab something from there. You know what? Maybe we gotta switch some things up to get back on it, because we gotta level back up again.
I kind of see it as, we always compare wrestling to rap. Is the rise of autotune. You understand? You saw T-Pain using it, you saw a few guys using it. It's like, they're all doing it, I'm going to hop on this wave. Now, you got, the new thing is trap beats. Everybody going on trap beat. Kanye West went on trap beat. Nas went on trap beat. That's the newest thing. We got to keep up. You understand? Just stay relevant.
Yeah, you gotta
adjust with the times. Like, you can't think you're gonna get success still doing a 1950s, thing. Like
you either a dinosaur or an OG.
And I feel like too, like going back to Cody, I feel like Cody he left the WWE and like reinvented himself. Like that's what I like. He came up with his own character, his own thing, and he adapted to like what's today. You know what I'm saying? And like him coming back top. That was a fire. That was a fire moment. I feel like that's not
amazing.
Gonna. Yeah, like, that was a fire.
Like even like looking at what we're 7 months in the year though, like that moment alone, I think Trump.
There's
really
not a lot of moments like that. The last moment that I popped like that was when the Hardy Boys came back.
Oh.
Like that.
Mind
I was like,
we knew it was happening because I went to Orlando.
So I did not even know.
I was in Orlando and we were at some like barbecue event before WrestleMania. And the Hardys were doing a meet and greet there. Oh, shit. And what ended up happening was when we were leaving, we saw a car outside waiting for them. And then my homeboy that left after us, he was like, yo, that was a WWE car. So we had already knew. Man. We just didn't know when it was happening. So when it happened, we still popped.
If I meet Jeff Hardy, I'm dead doing that.
But you got to just sit and just do that.
Wild. Like, nah, you got to... Dude, you gotta add the little Bobby, thing, like
they
that.
run down, help your brother.
You gotta.
His dad's breast getting beat up. Let me dance real quick.
He said, "This is my moment to shine."
Let me shine real quick.
I'm gonna body that,
man. You did a 2-punch, both sides.
That's hilarious.
Jeff Hardy's jokes. But I was saying storyline. Like I feel like some people want to separate wrestling from real life. But yeah, for example. Jeff Hardy getting drunk, whatever, and they kind of mentioned on WWE TV, right? It's funny, though, when a wrestler does that, what are you doing? Why you make him do that? But yet, when an actor does that, he's so strong. Yeah. He's so brave. He bringing his real life into this acting role. But yeah, when you in wrestling, you realize this is acting. But a lot of people don't know that. So, like, yeah, I was just to add on to that, though.
Yeah, wrestling is definitely, I feel like it's good to have, good promos and good
Confidence
acting,
in yourself.
Yeah, all of that.
Who's doing good promos in your opinion right now?
Right now, Miz definitely. I think he's up there, like best promo, one of the best promo guys. Christian been killing it.
Well, he's been fire. He's been saying
Yo,
some
my man,
disrespectful shit.
my man took the
father's
turtleneck
dead.
out. Right,
He's not a legend.
He said he's not a legend to me.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone else says. It's like, damn, that's how you feel. Like
Honestly,
Canadians don't act like this. Why you mean?
Oh, Kevin Owens cuts good promos too.
I love Kevy.
Honestly, I feel like that's really like off the top of the head right now. I feel like that's really about it. Like that's
Yeah. MJF.
Oh,
When he was around.
Yeah, MJF is awesome.
When he was
I like
around.
Moxley. I like Moxley promos.
Cody.
Cody
does.
Yo, and I
great
felt like
promos.
I felt like it was a process to him getting to like, even when he like opened up that Raw right after Mania, it was just like, I was like hesitant. I was like, I don't know, it's gonna be a little shaky because he got that list. But I was just like, no,
Cody
he
got
totally
it.
just did his thing.
He does that good guy promo, which is like it gets people like, but he does it great.
He bites his lip.
Bro, he got it.
Why
bro.
does he LL Cool J the mic for what?
He got with black people, man. You know that he loved the black sisters.
Okay.
His kids stop racism.
He did.
Anyway.
Cody Luther X.
God.
Cody.
Don't entertain though.
Imagine him coming up, throwing up that.
Yo, like, would you be upset if he came like in a Wakanda return
No.
type of esque?
No, I would not be mad at all.
Cody! Try to chill.
Like, I'm talking about like some tribal like drums.
I wouldn't be
and,
Cody?
and- yeah.
That's that
Because
comedy,
knowing Cody,
That's what the point is.
Yo,
So,
knowing
like,
Cody, like he probably did a research about it. He probably went to Africa, told his story about his dad. Like, yo, I remember my dad took me here. Ever since then, I've been inspired with the black people.
I mean, Dusty did
Cody.
tag with Sapphire, so
I'm
Then
pretty
when-
sure he's gonna do that.
that would be crazy.
I'm pretty sure he's
I
going
know.
to.
Cody got to come back and hit him with the masterpiece that make him say,
oh, that T-shirt shit that they
Oh
did.
my
that was
Oh.
fire.
That shit was hard.
Fire.
They dropped
son.
the ball on that one because
Yeah.
it could have definitely went
I don't care
higher
what
than it
anyone
I feel like
did.
when Cody come back after this injury, he's gonna hold it down.
Oh, listen,
He has to. He's the next star. Like
Stevie 14 now. He could do his
he
AEW
gotta,
stuff
he
in
gotta
there.
come out, man.
Man.
He gotta be
what
outside.
stuff in AEW was he doing that was TV 14?
Bleeding.
Oh, please.
Yeah, that match with him and
So
Goldust
wait,
was fire.
so if they're gonna start bleeding again, you think they gonna get Daniel Bryan back?
No.
They need chair shots to the head again, man.
No, because y'all don't understand. Like,
No, I get it, but the
Wait,
reason
wait.
why he remember the conversation he had with Vince, he was
wanna
like, Vince,
bleed.
I want to bleed.
But the thing
and
about
Vince
it-
was like, yo, I can't do
no,
that.
no. But the thing is, low key, even though CM Punk has said differently, WWE's health protocol is
Oh, out of this world.
it's really high. It's really like, yo,
They won't ever clear him.
they won't clear him for do certain things.
Damn.
And you have to understand, like, DB's career is, even before WWE, is filled with concussions.
Yeah.
His brain is gonna be mush, and I don't wish that upon him. But there's a match that you could probably find online with him and McGuinness. They're literally headbutting each other. Like, ain't no kayfabe headbutt where we're missing each other. No, it is dead on headbutting each other.
I was smiling watching that
So
match
the
in
reason
person.
why WWE was like, nigga, you need to chill, is because your history is fucked.
Damn.
Yeah.
And you don't even die in the ring.
Yes, but the nigga has no other skills outside of wrestling.
No,
That's what he
Rivera-
loves.
He's Captain
Damn.
Planet outside of wrestling.
Captain Planet.
Nah, but he was really like, even when he was.
Oh man, I guess.
All right, wait. Our guest has to go.
Yeah, I ain't
you
gonna
are.
lie. I hate to be the one.
No,
man.
no, no.
you good,
You
you good.
are always welcome back. You are,
Yeah,
of
let
course,
me know, man.
family.
We could talk wrestling. We could talk whatever.
Absolutely. Let everyone know where to find you.
Yo, find me at Tim Han Rivera. Tim Han Rivera. TimHannRivera.
There you go. Thank you so much. Wish you nothing but the best and success. You already doing the damn thing, so
Thank you,
keep
thank
doing
you.
it and fuck the haters.
Yeah.
But all right, go ahead, go right
Yo,
now.
SubwayMania dropping this Sunday.
Woo! There you go. You guys heard it first. SubwayMania, new episode dropping this Sunday. Make sure to stay tuned. All right, we're going to transition just a little bit. We're going to let our guests head out, and then we're going to talk about some wrestling. So thank you guys that are on the live feed watching, supporting. We appreciate y'all. I don't think so. We're just going to be in a 2-second intermission. Thank you. Well, you're real life. You might want to text whatever you really want to say. Okay. You can sit. So those that are watching on the live feed, before we do get started, because we're going to talk about this week in wrestling while we do have some time remaining. What were your hot takes for this week in wrestling? What are some things you may want us to talk about, may want us to point out? We're, of course, going to talk about night 1 of Fyter Fest. AEW announced that All Out will still be in Chicago. So it would be Labor Day weekend. But they also are going to have Dynamite and Rampage that week, too. So it's going to be a week of events they are going to have Labor Day weekend. But, yeah, if those are watching, let us know some points, some things you guys want to talk about. As we just had talked about before Tim ran out, that once again, starting July 18th, Monday Night Raw will now be TV 14. I think that's very interesting, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if it'll change anything immediately, but I think in the long run it'll.
No, Vince is over this shit. He's like, fuck this cancel culture. You know what? TV 14.
He's like, everybody's dick is on the table. Asses will be out.
Because the crazy thing about it is they still run certain commercials through stuff that's bloody on the same network. Like, everything's going edgier. Like, you get away with a lot of stuff on TV now.
TV 14 is back.
I'm over all of you.
Wait. What? So that Brock and Roman match might be different then. It's gonna be blood.
Well, that's gonna be on pay-per-view, so that's not gonna be.
No, it's still gonna. They still had it. So the original idea for the match at Mania was supposed to be a bloody ass fucking match.
I'm glad they didn't go that way.
They cut
that wasn't because it's not always needed. Because that's what happened at Mania and NOLA when Roman got busted, and it was you tuned out. You was just like, all right, it's too much blood. That's not what I came here for.
What?
And the match ended in like 6 minutes. Like it was so short.
But it makes sense to be bloody though because
it literally started to. So it wasn't even like.
Oh, there's no build up to it.
Correct.
Okay.
It literally was. It seemed like either he bladed. It happened so early in the match. You didn't even get to like cook. It was like blood.
So the SummerSlam match might be bloody. It might be bloody. Think about it. It's a last man standing match. Come back July 18th. Then the 25th is on the
Oh shit! That means Raw here is about to be a whole different.
Might be
vibe.
a bloodbath.
Might be a whole different vibe. What else has been going on this week in wrestling? Before we get to talking about AEW's Fyter Fest, once again they're building up the SummerSlam. I'm thankful they are giving a Street Profits versus Usos too. Definitely think it's needed. They also are we not gonna talk
about what?
Niggas? Ziggy out here turning a full-on baby face in the middle of the goddamn. What the fuck going on?
How you feel about Dolph Ziggler? Like what they have been doing with him? Like, do you think that he deserved more, or he just good where he's at?
I think Ziggs is in the position. It's a catch-22, but I think he's definitely entering that role of putting over younger talent. And the clear example was him and Braun in NXT 2.0. I think him super kicking Austin Theory, I did not see coming. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm saying here, like, Ziggs is going to be up to his own shenanigans again. And it was the complete opposite. So that's why I thought that was probably the dopest thing on Raw this week was that babyface turn at the end of Raw. because you just didn't see it coming. And I that's why I said the shock value in wrestling is missing. So that happening, I was like, holy shit. Like, and it was so your favorite word, episodic, because you didn't know what now you're like, fuck, I gotta watch next week to know what the fuck going on. And that's what I absolutely loved about the whole thing was I was like, damn, I gotta watch next week now. Even though I watch it, but I was like, all right, now I really gotta watch it because now Zig's gotta open a Raw and explain himself. Because I'm like, my nigga, you been on TV a little bit. How you just come back, super kick this nigga and be like, I said what I said. Like what?
Nah, but Ziggler's that guy. He's the
utility player.
He's a utility player. He's the mankind.
Yeah.
Of like wrestling currently, like what Kevin Owens does. Like you put them anywhere that they're okay. They add. They give you what you need. They put somebody over. Mm-hmm. He looks great. He hasn't changed the way he looked in the years. Still looks great. So he's that guy that you use him, Kevin, Sami Zayn. You know what's funny? He's good friends with Miz, so they understand the business.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
and he's one of like the top tier ones that can go both. Go both.
Yeah, you need that.
But
should have been me.
And the thing about like even someone like the Miz, people don't understand. Like even though the smart marks hate the Miz, whatever. I'm looking like you need somebody that you can plug in, play in anywhere. Mm-hmm. You need somebody who has the level of success where like anytime you put in the main event, but anytime you go to the mid card, it's still a big deal. Like the Miz have his own show after Raw. The Miz is on television every single week. Every single week. He does not miss a week. Even though he's doing something, it's something he's evolved into somebody. And at any moment, he could cut a promo and get everyone's attention. I feel like the Miz dumbed something down promo-wise. Like, I feel like he's missing...
You've been saying that. And I've been trying to, like, see that, but I just see the Miz being the Miz. So.
His Venom's not the same no
because
more.
It's PG. It's gonna change with TV.
See, because the Miz would be the type of nigga that the same thing Christian doing on AEW, the Miz would be that type of nigga to be like, oh, but your daddy didn't love you, so that's why he left you type of nigga.
I mean,
like,
the Miz needs to be that.
But he may be. But also, too, it has to also call for that. Like, I don't think any of the rivalries outside of when he was fucking with Ray and his son, that he really was like, it was a necessity to like go as hard. But speaking about Ray and his son, do you think Dominic's going to join the dark side?
I think he will.
Yeah, they gotta do something.
Yo,
they gotta do something because this storyline don't have no legs. Like
it's gonna come together at Madison Square Garden at MSG next week Monday. Is it next week? In 2 weeks. Because it's his 20th anniversary.
Yo, when they dropped that, I was like, wow, that's going to be at the Garden. That's actually really dope for him.
He get WWE champion for like
because they did the fucking John Cena shit in the middle of fucking across the street from Mexico. And I was upset because that flight was expensive. I was trying to go see John Cena. But.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is going to be great. It's going to be great. He's going to come to the dark side. And then also, what do you know what I also noticed? Damian Priest is going to become that Puerto Rican Latino legend.
That is true.
He's going to come up.
That is true.
And he's not playing like some dumbass fucking stereotype either.
Nah, he's
like
playing
Ernie.
A badass.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? Ever since they had picked up Punishment Martinez, they definitely have positioned him to be on the
That's
up and
because
up.
he's tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
That plays a huge factor.
Yeah. And he's handsome. He's cool. He got swag. He's likable. You know, once again, shout out to nigga Dawkins out here. I see you, D.
Yo, that whole segment with them, I was just like, I love that. I love that my TV is full of black niggas.
Again, once again, niggas shit on my nigga Dawkins right here. Mic skills and everything. Dawkins next up. He was like, no, he's not. You know, what about Montez Ford? What about him? We're not talking about him. We talking about his tag party, Dawkins. I don't see him. So he eliminated the black man from like Success. I can get really racist with y'all. Trust me. I love Dr. Umar. That's my dad. Shout out to Dr. Umar. You know, I sent him $20 for his school one day. You know, that hasn't been built yet.
Niggas sent $20 for it sound like drug money. But anyway.
Listen, shout out to Dr. Umar Johnson.
I love that once again R-Truth just finds a way into getting into something and making it
a legend.
A moment.
A legend in the game. Let me the first ever black NWA champion. My son been around wrestling ever since. Get rowdy. Come on, B.
It was funny. Tim was starting to sing that too.
Get
before
rowdy.
me.
1, 2, 3,
Before he
4,
started
5.
recording.
Come on, B, son. Come on, son. At any moment, R-Truth could be WWE champion and take Little Jimmy.
So let me ask y'all. I don't consider it a hot take, but it was something that I thought about as I was watching Raw.
Put me on, guy.
So, what do you think? And this is just hypothetical. If it happens, WWE needs to really hire me on some real shit. So, they did the promo on Raw with Heyman and Roman and the Usos, and then Heyman's all like kind of like playing scared again, but like not really, but still like don't underestimate Brock, blah 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 blah. Then it was funny because when they came out, Austin Theory was at the top of the ramp, and they cut to him. So they did it where you could like you see him, but they don't see him. So it was perfectly, once again, WWE production and camera team is like A1. What do y'all think if Paul Heyman screws all of them and makes sure Austin Theory walks out of Nashville as Universal
That would be
champion?
perfect. That would be perfect.
What do you
feel like-
because I sat and I thought about it. I was like, yo, the ultimate okie-doke would be fucking Paul Heyman helping Theory, because you got to remember, Paul's always been the one to align himself with the upcoming, the next up. He did it when Brock first started. He did it with Brock. When Roman finally transitioned into the tribal chief, he took him and shot him, helped him shoot up to the moon.
He did it with RVD One Night Stand.
He did it with RVD. So, like, Paul Heyman is that really good manager that will flip and, like, build someone up. So, like, what if he helps him cash in on either one of them?
I feel it's going to be good because it's really going to start the youth movement. Like, this next era is called 2.0 era. Because everybody who's coming up, it's from either the dying days of NXT and the beginning days of NXT 2.0. So everybody who's coming up, they're in a very good position, in my opinion, because they started back up the TV 14 era. So when you got new talent, fresh blood, people might reuse certain things. You understand? People might incorporate other movies and stuff like that. And I feel in the creative department, like they people in their skits and stuff like that, you need somebody who's strong from the old days, that the old had respect, and a new guy. Like, that's gonna be a great lineup.
You know what's
Side note, and it will allow if you want to do Rock versus Roman, it will allow that to sell it. You feel me? Like, you still got.
But I said that before. I said Rock and Roman don't need a title for it to happen. And I think that, because then we run into playing back exactly what happened when it was Rock Cena. And that's not what you want, because if Roman's going to start transitioning and being a part-time, or him being selective in where he is, you can't do that. Like, that is that is not conducive to anything up and coming at all.
Exactly.
Whoever was on the live feed, that's before you finish. Whoever was on the live feed and said that they didn't want that to happen, why? I want to know why.
And another thing too is Braun Breaker needs his dance partner. Two contracting styles. Come on. And that's a great way to, like, set up Braun Breaker if you want to take the title off Austin Theory. That's a great rub. Austin Theory might have a heel run. You bring up Braun Breaker up. That storyline right there. You got Braun Breaker, the future of the company, right?
Well, they both the future.
Right, both future of the company. And then you can sell The Rock on that same pay-per-view of WrestleMania. You see the past and the present, and then you see the future. That shit makes my dick hard, son. Right there and then. So to me, Austin Theory should win, and Paul Heyman should line them up, because you need that extra to that shit.
Okay.
So I'm for it.
You're missing the bigger picture.
What is it?
It's the. I think right now, the shift has begun, and where you mentioned it, but we're gonna see a whole new WWE soon. We're gonna see a different culture in wrestling, and it's gonna be a lot more fierce. And I said it earlier. AEW played this factor
Exactly.
and did what was supposed to be done.
Exactly. And the one thing that's good about AEW is it's giving home with indie talents.
But it's also society is changing.
Yeah, exactly.
Cancel culture is becoming a thing, because and I bring this up You know that new girl that just got signed to Yo Gotti's thing with that song fuck niggas. Fuck nigga free.
No, I don't know who that is.
So you don't know.
I don't.
You
That's
don't
not my
know.
thing.
But the thing is, she just got signed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got signed to a great contract, whatever. And a tweet came out that she said some wild shit.
Mm-hmm.
She's still signed.
Exactly.
Song is still blowing up right now. And it's when I heard that, I was like, oh, I think things are shifting from that cancel culture to a different type of, I don't know where we're going, but we're shifting to that.
Like I said before.
There's a change happening. I don't know exactly what it is.
Listen.
And I'm not, listen, cancel culture is needed for certain things.
Certain things, exactly.
What do you?
I mean, you're right. There's different shift and everything. Like, oh, another thing too that's coming back in WWE is characters. That's definitely coming back.
Like
that,
what? What characters you?
Come
talking
on,
about?
that sleepy Asian girl. Come on, that nigga with the
Wednesday?
max. Come on, dude. Come on.
But that's more. That definitely NXT is definitely the realm of characters and storylines. Like
characters sells
did
you.
you see the fucking vignette or whatever whatever the fuck they was doing with fucking Mello and Trick with all them girls? I said, you definitely went to the hood and got some hood bitches. Like that shit was believable as fuck.
But characters sell. Like, yo, Big Game Leroy, one of my favorite wrestlers. Please check out that interview down below. He's a character. And the character is memorable to the point where, like, if a kid went dressed like Big Game Leroy to get some tights, whatever his pants, and have a switch like, I'm Big Game Leroy. That's how you sell stuff. So somebody won't be Bianca Belair. They get like a one piece cut off like this, get long a weave, Bianca Belair. We're getting the age of characters. Characters sell. Everybody using their real name. Like, I can't get like who are you, Ciampa? Like, I can't get behind you because there's no characters behind you.
Ciampa has a character
In NXT.
and
he has one kind of on the main route. Like him fucking with AJ, I think is low key.
That's NXT.
dope.
But now The Miz, that's a character. You feel me? Oh, I want to be The Miz. All right, let me wear let me wear the suit and turn around. I'm The Miz. Bianca Belair, Miz. Characters in wrestling is coming back. That's what's been missing. Everybody I want to be Eric Kyle. Nah, nigga. Like, welcome to the nigga that had that, who was like a security guard. RIP to Big Boss Man. You feel me?
I think there's a
We don't appreciate characters no more.
but I think there's a difference between just being this wrestling nigga and a character. I think
it's too much just wrestling niggas.
the wrestling dude or nigga, whatever you want to say, is just a guy who just wrestles really well. The character is yes, is a battle rapper who's everything that wrestling person was is bigger and livelier because Carmelo, that's who he is. But it's his personality turned
all the way, yeah. Because even with him in the Indies, that was the same. It low key is the same gimmick, but it's turned all the way. It's turned up a little more.
So I get what you're saying, but it's more like people want big personalities. Big personalities win because, for instance, Izzy is Israel that does MMA, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Phenomenal fighter.
Yeah.
Undefeated right now.
Oh, wait. Is that the nigga that came out like with Undertaker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So with him, he's not in wrestling, but why is his matches such a big deal? Because he's such a huge character. He promotes his stuff. He has a amazing charisma.
It's a spectacle.
Another example would be Conor McGregor. Charismatic as hell. Also a winner. But the charisma sells the fight. We could talk about Mike Tyson back in the day. Like, for instance, another example would be, what's the difference between Michael Jordan and Kawhi Leonard?
Oh, Michael Jordan is just like his personality showed in commercials.
Yeah.
Little stuff, he chew gum.
Yeah, but why is Kawhi Leonard not as big? Kawhi Leonard is nice. He has rings.
Kawhi
multiple
Leonard
rings.
Is a baller.
He's just a ball player. He doesn't have a big personality. He's not going to sell you shoes.
Yeah.
Why is Shaq so popular? Because technically speaking, somebody his size should not be that popular.
Oh, but he's a character in the
But that's what it is.
Why do you think TNT inside the NBA so popular? Characters.
Oh, all them niggas is characters.
Characters. You understand? Like, I agree with you. I think what's missing, even AEW, I feel like once Kenny left, Kenny's not there no more. I'll be watching it, or these other who was not there, and I feel like, yo, everybody just feel a bunch of wrestlers. I'm sorry. Powerhouse Hobbs, the Team Taz should have won that match.
Okay, so let's. I'm so glad you said that.
Because Team Taz should have won because, yo, like my brother said, it kind of felt like, oh, I got Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee. I got to put the belt on them. I got who I really wanted. But yet, Powerhouse Hobbs, like Team Taz, been putting work in.
So
From Hook, from Ricky Starks, and Powerhouse. Powerhouse, when he first got signed, I'm talking when he first appeared until now, 2 different animals. Ricky Starks, when he first went against Cody, 2 different animals. Hook, 2 different animals. Taz on commentary, 2 different animals. I just feel like you shit on these niggas and spit in their face by putting on these two other guys. There's nothing wrong with them as characters, whatever. I get on that, but Tony, you shit on originals. They're talking about Pride and Powerful. How the fuck you get Lucha Brothers versus Pride and Powerful, and they not once went against each other? Make no sense for the Young Bucks to get the title a second time where you couldn't bring Team Taz and got to Swerve Strickland. No, you gotta put the Young Bucks in the mix for what?
Yo, so
that pissed me off. I'm looking like, yo, this is what I be talking about, son.
So, and you really said everything that I was going to say.
Come
because
on, son. Like, niggas don't want to be there. Like, all you do is suck these niggas' dick that you like back in the day. You put them in there. I'm sorry. I like Keith Lee, but I feel like Keith Lee is like a dude where, like, you have a whole bunch of big words you say, but yet, yo, to me, you're just a wrestler. You're not someone of a big character.
So my issue with the whole transition, because I said it because people were talking about online this morning, and I want to be very clear. I'm not mad that I don't have no issue with Shane Strickland or with Keith Lee. I'm going to put that on the clear because people will twist the words.
I don't know.
I don't have an issue with either one of them. My issue was the fact that you decided to give the rub to niggas that weren't even there for 6 months. Niggas have not even made a full year in the company, and versus you have 2 niggas that's on there
who put in work during the
who have been
pandemic
there
era.
from the beginning. And then the icing on the cake for me was Ricky's promo that they had played, and everybody was posting it, and everybody was like, this was giving 1999 rock vibes. Everybody was saying all that shit. So you mean to tell me you made that man gave 110% in that promo, and y'all wasn't gonna give them belts to them? Will, and mind you, of course, personally, like that's my guy. That's a friend of mine. Like I love him to death. Will. He's a fan of the show. Yeah. Love him to death. You have a man that literally had both of them. You got Ricky that left NWA and was building up and was about to be probably the star of the company. Left NWA to go join AEW. You had Will who was taking over.
The thing about
wait, let me finish. You had Will that was doing his thing on the West Side and on the Indies and stuff. They've been with the company since the beginning of time. You mean to tell me that? And then you gave the Bucks the titles 2 weeks ago for what? There's a disconnect for me there. Like, I don't understand, because then last week when they did the challenge thing and they came out was like, well, we're the best tag team in the world. How the fuck are you gonna tell me you're the best tag team in the world and then you drop the belts the next week? There's a loss. There's a disconnect for me there. But once again, I don't want anyone to be cloudy. Like, yes, it's great that they're the tag team champs. It's fine. Let's see what happens, because you know that's what we have to do. But I definitely think Will and Ricky should have won last night.
But storyline wise, if you want to put storyline into it, you lost to 2 guys who just from a tag team. The guys who've been in tag team say they ain't won should have won.
So this is my take, and I don't think we are understanding the pattern, I wasn't surprised actually. When I was watching, I was like, they're probably gonna win. So Tony Khan is big on whoever's more over per se, and the bigger stars, and putting belts on them.
Okay, yeah.
Is from making more sense, should it be Rick and Will? Yes. But I think he's going off who's more popular, which is Swerve and Keith. I didn't agree with the Bucks winning, because I think FTR should just have all the titles on that program. I think that would be the best thing. I don't think he knows what to do with Rick and Will, where He just put them together so they can get TV time and put them in the division. And have them there. I think he at this point is like, I'm doing you guys a favor. Again, you guys a bunch of TV time and work. I don't think he believes in them. And for the most part, his homegrown talent
They haven't popped.
Besides like the Bucks, Cody, and like
and that's
Kenny.
not even really homegrown talent. That's really talent that they fucking took from ROH.
Yeah, so I don't. So
that's
I don't.
not even really that.
So I don't. So I think that's what the problem is, where he doesn't have full faith in his homegrown talent, and I don't know why. I don't know what's the reason behind it. I'm not a huge fan of Swerve and Keith Lee
together as a tag team
No.
because I honestly
they have decent chemistry,
Of course.
but I don't think I'm not a huge fan of them particularly.
And if you were gonna put belts on them, I would have honestly rather the
Ring of Honor
I would have
shit.
rather the ROH
Exactly.
tag titles because Sheen has history in ROH, so that would have made sense for
They had
me.
history over there, but like overall, even like jumping, even just talking back about it, I just feel like, yo, Tony, like, do you even like your original talent? Like these niggas who been through the pandemic with you, who stay be taking losses for you, like, come on, like you think that I'm gonna be there later on? No, and guarantee if Team Taz was in Impact, they will have a storyline for them next week. Oh, who
They
the
would have had all
events?
the belts if
They
they
have
was
all
in
the
Impact,
belts.
actually.
So somebody mentioned this. Shout out to Through the Table. What happened to Hook?
He's there. He was there yesterday.
What is he doing?
He be on Rampage.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
He's not saying nothing. Yeah, it's like yesterday on Rampage. I mean, on Diamond, they asked him, "What's how you going?" He didn't say that. He walked away.
But the thing is, what's going on with him?
There's a mystique. I don't know.
No, but after that, what are we?
Nigga, I don't know.
what are we
And
doing
if
with
you
him?
if you're asking that question, then
No,
clearly-
because you're getting massive pops. You're getting over. Your shirt is selling like crazy. All right, cool. Let's work with this. Let's do more with this. And it's not happening to the point. And it's like, once again, this goes back to the homegrown talent. Even though MJF's promo was kayfabe, there was points made, just like when CM Punk made his promo.
Yeah.
Because homegrown talent is not being taken care of, or talent that you have there. And I get it. You bring top superstars in. You want to make sure they're happy as well. But you have a guy that has a mystique, that's doing dope stuff, that's getting the pop. The crowd is behind him. Do more with him. Orange Cassidy should be doing a more.
should not be fucking taking massive L's all the fucking time.
But I believe
just
him
to
and
prove a
Wardlow
point.
should go on a feud.
That shit. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up because that shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't even open Dynamite. If you were gonna do something with them, you definitely. I would have rather a story than just put together match.
But again, I
that
just
did
feel-
nothing for neither one of
But
them.
I just feel like I always said before, is AEW don't give a reason to come back no more. Is, for example, I just feel like only certain people get a long-term storyline.
They pick and choose because look,
Yeah.
But
the
that's
Jericho,
wrestling in general
the
right
Jericho
now.
and Eddie Kingston thing, which I honestly Jericho definitely picked up that promo this week. It definitely got me hyped for next week. I'm not really with the barbed wire shit because that's not really my my juice. Like that doesn't excite me as a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
So that's that. But I did like the Jericho promo this week. I would have appreciated though. Because somebody had pointed out, because Mikey had told me, somebody on the interwebs, I said it, the brace that Ruby Riott had was on the wrong hand. It's the little things, though, that make that, if you want to prove to me and have me be emotionally invested in it, it's the little shit you can't miss.
My thing is this
Like,
way,
at all.
I just feel like they don't pay attention to details, like how I will pay attention to details. It's like, I'm looking like, yo, why you talking to my intelligence? And say what you may say about WWE, but they know what to do and not to. And say what you may say about Impact. I won't see shit like that on Impact. Certain shit I don't see.
But you also got to think about I personally think this is getting overwhelming for him.
Yes.
And then he's not having the right team around him.
Yeah.
And things are falling in the gap.
Let me ask you a question. What were your thoughts on the, I guess, the turn from Jonathan Gresham? Joining Tully Blanchard and them.
First of all, I haven't heard for telling you in months. And you put telling on my television. Okay? Like, you didn't explain why you don't bang with FTR, none of that. Hey, what's up? What's up with my son?
Well, no, FTR fired them. So that did happen.
But like again, you're not keeping up with them.
And then what ended up happening was
who's these new guys you coming
is when
with?
they kind of did though, because I will co-sign that. Because then when they signed Khan and then the other poly-Asian dude, because I don't know his name, they did like a little promo thing of him like they kind of did that, but it was just weird to me because I was just like, you see, I mean, let's see what happens with Gresham, because you see him as the goody half the time, but then now him being with Tully and him screwing Lee Moriarty, and it was just like,
it's just
because it's like at this point, Tony, do me a favor, just take Rampage, take it all off, and just make it an ROH show. Like just fucking do it. Like, give me an hour a week. They used to do it all the time. Just do it.
I just feel like it's a lot of money left on the table that they're not doing. Be simple stuff like, if you such a Corvat of wrestling, you should be savant in wrestling. Certain stuff that you're not doing, like Tony, like you don't watch like epic like television shows outside of wrestling.
But the thing about it, you also gotta say that's not what AEW is. AEW is not about storylines. They have a little bit thrown in there. Mm-hmm. It's more about the wrestling. AEW is what ROH was in its heyday. Dream matches.
Okay.
But even they kind of.
But they sprinkled storylines.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But that's what AEW does. AEW's main storylines are usually around the title, the bigger title.
I'm about to say which title, because there ain't no story around interim champion.
But that's what they're building up now. And that's because whatever, but usually it's around the main title and like one other person. When ROH was at its heyday, it was the same thing.
I understand that, but okay. So this is how I see it. At some point, you got to step outside your box, outside your comfort level, because it is cool to put Jade at NASCAR, but when you watch it, like, where's Jade? Like, you understand, like, why she's not in more matches?
Oh, they had some segment with them, and they was kind of arguing and shit, and I was just like, what is...
The most entertainment person there was Malcolm Biggums.
Well, he always going to be the entertainment one.
And he gets it. Like, I feel like a lot of them do not get it.
But that's because he's playing himself. And that's a game changer. When you are living, you are the gimmick, and when it's you and it's organic, but you can see it.
But who was in that segment? Name the people in that segment.
Well, you had Kiera, you had Jade, and you had Red Velvet.
No, she wasn't there. Red Velvet wasn't there.
Oh, that's the Layla Gray girl?
Yeah, it's a new girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. Shout out to Layla Gray, Queens in the building.
Mm-hmm.
So,
she definitely looked like Red Velvet in that segment.
But look who you're talking about. Kiera's great. She does her thing in the ring, but let's be honest, she's not really that charismatic. She's new to being on TV this consistently on a big budget. She was an Impact, but I'm talking about like national broadcast television TV. You're looking at Jade. Jade is brand fresh, brand spanking new to wrestling. And number 3, Layla Gray. Once again, that's brand spanking new to that. So Stokely, Malcolm, whatever you want to call him, he's the one that's, teaching them. And he's the veteran in this situation. That's why it was a great thing that they brought him in to do that.
So basically, I'm saying this. Say what you may say about Vince, but the nigga had these niggas working. Promo classes to get better. So, make fucking sense.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And this is when the cracks start to show, but then you also got to see where Tony's coming from. All right, cool. I have a shit ton of talent. I got to put the people that are ready in these positions, in these winner positions. Because I can't put somebody else that's not ready right now if I got somebody else is ready. Sorry.
What happens when you get a new iPhone?
So that's the situation. That's what I believe is the situation where it's like, I don't believe this person's ready, so I'm going to put this person in place of that person.
See, but then it goes back to that tag team match. It's like, you mean to tell me you really didn't feel like Ricky Starks was ready?
No, he probably doesn't feel that way. Or they're saving it to them. It just be them two as the promo, as the match, as the rivalry. I think it was put the belt on the Bucks real quick, make him multi-time champion, whatever. Quick, that's cool and cute. Then we take the belts off of them. Now we have Ricky Starks, Will Hobbs versus Swerve and Keith.
Again.
We'll just have those two together because I actually hated that match. I really hated that match. That match was, for the most part, fucking out of sync.
It looked like it was the match that ain't nobody talk about before it happened.
Yeah,
like niggas just went
it was
outside.
completely out of sync.
It was like we're on our own.
Splash.
Yeah, there were certain parts that were great, but that match in general was completely out of sync for me. Like,
it's just weird times we're living in, guys. What are we doing? Oh, okay. Anything else this week in wrestling that popped out at you that you're excited about? Once again, SummerSlam is cooking. They once again had announced All Out will be back in Chicago, and I thought they were gonna do Toronto. Not gonna hold you. I thought because they're doing the stadium thing like the 3 weeks after All Out, they're like either in New York or around New York. So I really was like, oh, they may just go up to Toronto because that would be dope. Because I had heard, rumblings about that. Mm-hmm. But then when they had announced, I was like, y'all mean to tell me y'all doing the same place again?
Because it works.
Cool.
They always sell out. Like, they're going to sell out Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I no doubt that, but
like New York and Chicago is like, that's automatic. Like,
yeah, I'm sorry, Keith wanted it in Dallas. I was like, I'm sorry, boo. I don't think that's gonna happen. I really thought it was gonna be in Jacksonville, but that was just me.
They should.
But
why? I think that the homecoming is like soon.
But yeah, what else is going on? That's popping up. Let me think of.
Sasha Banks not taking no wrestling related stuff until next year, January.
Good for her. She's doing C2E2 in Chicago. I think that's the first week. Those that live in the Chicago area, Midwest
man.
area.
She really left wrestling.
Maybe, but she was. I feel like on the outs even before they even won them tag titles. Like I think that tag title situation was probably the straw that broke the camel's back. But she has a track record of doing that though. From the last time when she left, she didn't want to talk to nobody. She didn't want to do no contract negotiation. She didn't want to do shit. And Vince was just like, "I'm gonna give you the time you want. Do what you want." But I mean, this time it feels a smidge different. But it's just like, you do what you got to do that makes you happy at the end of the day. And if you see bigger things for yourself, then that's what you have. You got to go, you got to follow that lane and follow that route because who are we to, tell you different? Like, live your life. And like I said, I think either last week or 2 weeks ago, I said, both them bitches are still getting WWE checks in their household. So what are we complaining about? What we talking about? Nothing. But, so yeah, Sasha Banks will be at C2E2. I think they also had announced CM Punk will be there, Danhausen will be there.
Wow.
Doing meet and greets and things like that. So it's cool. Oh, I guess last but not least, I can tell you guys a little bit about BlurCon this past weekend.
How was it? Yeah.
Shout outs once again to Dr. D.
Shout out to Brian Waters, Corey Macedon.
Shout outs to Brian. Shout outs to Corey. Shout outs to Fam. Even though it's Earl to me, but Fam from Black Wrestling Podcast.
I forgot that's his stage name.
Yeah, because it was so it's a joke that when we were on the panel, I had said Earl, but it's just like, you're my friend. Like that whole like let me call you like how it was with like Marcus Marquis and like Isaiah was like, y'all niggas are my brothers. Like I don't feel like I need to say y'all wrestling names or whatever.
I kind of get it.
I get it, but it's like
because on the panel, do not come around my government.
But whatever, we went amongst family, so it didn't matter. But no, once again, shout out to Dr. D. He hosted 2 days of panels at BlurCon down in Virginia, and then hosted wrestling karaoke that Saturday night. If you are into anime, if you are into cartoons, if you are into anything in that realm, I definitely highly recommend going to BlurCon next year. It is definitely an environment for people that look like us to be in that environment. And that was kind of the beauty of it. Like, was just seeing like everybody black being in their costume and living their best life and being in their own truth. So it was pretty dope. I met a few dope people.
That's good.
Shout outs to Blake, who just released Mia Yim's new theme song. So I met him for the very first time, and he's been doing music and wrestling for 15, 20 years. So it's really interesting, because Dr. D, what he ended up doing instead of like a regular panel of like questions and all that stuff, like he really basically gave flowers to everybody on the panel, which was really dope.
That's dope.
And also shout out to Larry Legend, that was there. And I just see, you know, once again, seeing Larry on the indies up here in, you know, New York and Jersey, but really getting to know him and his story and his journey, where he started off as just getting beer and cigarettes for the locker room. And literally the opportunity came random where they needed somebody to ring announce, and the person asked him, yo, you have a really good voice. Do you mind doing this? And that was how the start of Larry Legend
That's how
started.
it is in wrestling.
So, like, you got to once again
Started
take...
from the bottom, now we here.
Yeah, literally. So it was really dope. But the dopest thing when it came to my turn, once again, also Amber Rodriguez, who works with Brian Waters and stuff like that. She's an independent wrestler.
Waters.
So make sure to support her. But when they got to me, because I was sitting here, because Dr. D had like personal clips from like 10, 20 years ago. It was wild. So I'm sitting here like, well, you know, I've just known Dr. you know, for the last year and a half. I was like, I don't know what he gonna pull receipt. He gonna pull for me. He played our very first episode of the Jobbertears podcast.
That's dope.
And I was like, I said, you were 100 pounds heavier. Niggas wasn't really fucking with each other really at the time. Like, it was a humbling moment, because it was like, yo, we've really been...
How did the crowd react to the first episode?
They were laughing because they were just like, wow. Because, like, remember, before we were in, like, you know, our shout outs to Gotham studio, before we were in an actual studio, we were in a room and it echoed, and I could hear the echo. And then when we had the dry erase board and I was writing Jobbertears podcast and bubble letters and hashtags and ats, and we had a run sheet, and, you know, it just was so many little things in that first episode where I was just like,
rough.
well, I was rough.
We look rough.
However, our dynamic has not changed. So that's why it was just really funny, where it was like, you know, your brother say something silly, and then I'll be like, ha, ha, ha. And then you say something, and I'll be like, all right, well, let's get back to what we were talking about, something outlandish. So literally our dynamic hasn't changed.
That's dope.
But our, like, production, our chemistry hasn't changed. But all the exterior things have changed. And we've also added different hats in wrestling to our, you know, our belt.
Shoot, we
So
did.
like, that was kind of what I said on the panel, because he was just like, he asked me, he was like, well, how do you feel seeing that? And I was like, in all honesty, I've never watched a playback of an episode. I've never even looked at the first episode. And I told him, I said, we actually did a 0 episode. We did a pilot episode on your birthday at Legends that is really, if y'all thought that was raw, that's raw. So it just was wild, but it just also made me be so thankful that, you know, we've really stuck this out. And,
Shout out to Leo.
And absolutely shout out to Leo, one of our original 4.
What happened to him?
He living life, got kids, don't know how many as of now, but it just shows like our growth and our reach. And that was kind of like the difference maker. I was like, yo, our reach is just so different now than it was then. And it's just dope to see people be inspired and encouraged to, you know, do those things and to continue to do what they love to do. So I, once again, highly recommend. I told them next year I'm rolling deep to BlurCon. Because I do think it is something you guys would enjoy, of course. And then the after party was like a legit after party. Like I didn't even know where the fuck I was at. Like I was like, they was playing soca, they was playing New York shit. Like I was like, where am I? Like this is great, but wild at the same time. Like, so it's definitely an experience. So I was, you know, once again, Dr. D, thank you so much for that opportunity. Look forward to, you know, doing bigger and better things next year. Wrestling karaoke, a time. Like, fucking Earl ass didn't know not a goddamn song. So, not a goddamn song. But you know what the song he didn't know?
What?
Real American. I said, nigga, get the fuck away
That
from
shit
me.
is catchy and easy.
But it's catchy. It's a bop. I'm not going to hold you.
A real American. Fight for what's right of every man.
And then Corey and all of his friends, because we did like a recap of BlurCon. Shout out to Black Wrestling Podcast. That will post that episode because we recorded last night. But Corey and like all of his friends, because you know Corey and Dr. D, they're from that area. Brian's from that area. Earl's from that area. You know, everybody that was there is like really from the DMV area. So Corey and his friends did the Usos theme song, and them niggas went in like.
What's the Usos theme song?
Down 6, day 1-ish. Like they went ham, like hard. So I told them next year, I said, next year we're going to roll deep and we're going to come with some songs. Because I was like,
Did anybody play Triple H, the game?
No. So when we walked in.
Play the game.
So when we walked in, somebody was doing Cody. Literally when we walked in.
Through the broken mirrors.
No, they was doing Kingdom. They was doing adrenaline. Yeah.
Adrenaline.
That's don't sleep on that.
But you can't. You guys seen the what? Everybody play DX?
No, so they did. They did Cody. They did. Oh no, wait! Someone did do Time to Play the Game. Someone did that. Spidey and his shorty. They did that.
It's all about the game, and I ain't playing. It's all about the.
Corey and his.
Everybody did No Chance.
Yes. Someone did No Chance, and it was just like, this is so inappropriate, but appropriate. But once again, being black and loving wrestling, loving anime, just to be in that environment, I think it's so dope. So stay tuned for more information as Dr. D gives me that. I'll be pushing that out for him because he's already planning next year, and they already, I think, have the theme because every year they have a theme for BlurCon. So like this year's theme was Homecoming, and they had Orlando Jones. Which I was mad because I wanted to meet him. I was so upset. Drumline, nigga. The fuck?
He looks like Nick Cannon, but he's not Nick Cannon.
You're dumb.
Dr. Pepper. I mean the
Yes.
7-Up nigga.
Yes.
Oh, what's his name? It's Pops. Everyone hates Chris Pops.
First of all, I'm really upset that was how you remembered him. The 7-Up nigga. Whoa.
Nigga, we're old.
No, that was an old nigga move because I was like, yeah, that was a thing. So they had like a whole theme, Homecoming.
Yes, we did play the game.
Yeah, no, I said it. That the spider dude and his shorty did it. So it was so funny.
Just sent me the clip.
We'll play it. But you know, it was a good time. Can't wait till next year. But let's wrap this up. Once again, we'll be at Legends for SummerSlam. If you're not gonna be in Nashville, come out, support.
Link below.
And then there are actually a few shows coming up indie style. Also SummerSlam early in the day, BCW has their 50th anniversary show. Shout outs to Cole and the team over there in Ridgefield Park.
I'm gonna be there at that show.
There you go.
House of Glory has a show.
House of Glory has a student show same day.
Same day.
So
Same day what?
Same day. That's that show and that's SummerSlam. Everybody's running. And then it's hilarious.
Some say it's Sunday.
Saturday. Yeah, so that's the 30th of this month. Vince, shout out to Vince Steele. They're having their Shadow Wrestling Alliance, I hope I said that correctly, is having their kind of like tri-state area debut July 23rd in Jersey. Tickets are on sale for that, so make sure to support Vince and the team over there. And then August 20th.
A student show. Battle Club has a student show on the 24th.
Well, I don't know if there's blasting that, so you might want to keep it on hush because I did that last time and I got in trouble. So, and then Friday, August 19th, Black Girl Magic. So once again, shout out to Taylor to make sure to support if you are interested in tickets or sponsorship for her. Make sure to hit her up directly.
Tickets inscription below.
And then Saturday, August 20th,
Jobbertears description below.
We're
tickets
super
links.
excited. If it has not already dropped, the flyer for Jobbertears will drop today.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure to be on the lookout for that. If once again you're interested in sponsoring podcasters, anyone, you can hit me up directly. Tickets are on sale right now. We got 1/4 of the front row already sold, so make sure to get your tickets while they are still last.
Yep, flyer has dropped.
All right, so that's that. But we do have a lot of things cooking up for Jobberslam 2. We're super excited about the support and everyone that has been asking about it. So thank you. And then the last but not least, the Sunday after, August 28th, HOG High Intensity will be at Terminal 5. So if you have not already, tickets are on sale for that. If you are a podcaster and August 28th is a Sunday. So Terminal 5 No, I said August 28th. I'm talking about HOG. So tickets are on sale for right now. They got VIP starting at $150, but trust me, it's gonna be worth it. But as always, I'm Janelle from HR here with I was here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc. But hashtag Black Excellence.
Hands in motion. If you go a rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.